Well, welcome back. Last night, Peoria Public School Board members approved a 2-year agreement to continue funding for Quest Charter Academy. And joining us now from Quest is Chief Development Officer Heather Euler. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, to get into this was coming off of a 5-year agreement in which the school district funds Quest Charter Academy. Last night, they also said that they gave their kind of overview of how they believe Quest was doing. They said it's severely underperforming. From Quest perspective, what do you have to say about what the district and board members in their presentation?
I would like to say that we were confused by a lot of the numbers that they put up there as well. They seem to compare our grades 5 through 8 through most of the presentation, which is our students come in at 4% of them are at grade level when they come to us as 5th graders. We accept students in between 5th through 8th grade, very few freshmen and very few sophomores, and no juniors and seniors, because our goal is the longer they're with Quest, the better they're going to do once they leave. So a lot of the data was very confusing because it seemed as though they were comparing our 5th through 8th graders to Richwoods High School, and we were honestly taken back by that a little bit. We weren't given the chance to rebut their comments last night, and we weren't prepared for what they were planning on saying. We didn't even know that they were putting all these options on the table until a news release at 10 o'clock Friday night.
How would you define or describe how Quest is performing?
I think our high school is exceptional. I think our middle school is doing very well for coming in the way they are. They're growing. I am part of the goal setting process with some of the students. We look at their scores at the beginning of the year to the end of the first quarter, et cetera, and they are constantly goal setting, and they have the dreams to achieve things that are higher, and a lot of them come from backgrounds that they're not getting the tutoring or the help necessarily that they need at home. So when they come to us, they do come at a lower grade level. We're a choice school. We're not tested into, we're not a magnet school, and they have to work on things when they get there, and they work really hard and they want to.
Now, when I asked you if the district has given, because it's now this 2-year agreement, has Quest received anything as far as what the expectations will be of the school?
We have not received anything from the district in regards to the 2-year agreement since Friday when they announced that this was a possibility through last night's board meeting. I anticipate over the next few months, while we're in the process of the negotiations of the contract, that we'll learn a little bit more about it. But as of right now, we're not even sure exactly what they're looking for, if they're going to be making new goals with us or if they're going to be working off of the goals that we previously put into place 5 years ago.
And that actually goes into my last question for you. Because of all the conversation that has come in this particular process of renewing an agreement, does Quest, do you think that Quest is going to be looking at maybe doing things differently now that the board has at least said that it's basically placing it on probation within this next 2 years? Will that kind of change the approach that Quest takes when it comes to educating the kids?
I think that's a great question. I was hired on in May, and I've seen things start changing since I started with them. We've hired teacher retention specialists, as well as people who are in charge of just our college section and our career planning, and they've just strengthened a lot of the numbers. And the teacher retention specialist that they hired is also our assistant principal at our high school, and she's in charge of helping make sure that the teachers are wanting to stay, and if they're not planning on it, what can we do better? So things have been in place since I started in May, and I don't see them as changing a whole lot other than just getting better for the model that we're already trying to put in place.
All right.
So.
Well, we'll continue to look at those numbers and obviously monitoring how things go within the next 2 years within this new agreement. But Heather Euler, thank you so much, part of Quest Charter Academy. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.